Pretty good week this week. Last week was we got the jitters out. We're able to settle down, and they actually look pretty good. We put in a couple of defenses. We put in a couple of offenses, and everybody seems to pick up on things fairly quickly, which is good. So we can move a lot quicker than I anticipated.
Aisha was kind of the point of the defense last year, Defensive Player of the Year and all that. Can you get that kind of production out of one person this year, or will it have to be a group effort?
Yeah, definitely a group effort. I think Aisha just, made a point to want to be, the quarterback of our offense and defense. And I think, fortunately for her, and for us, that she was named the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, and that's pretty hard shoes to fill for us. And it's hard for any one of our players, for us to ask any one of our players, especially how young they are. They really don't understand the whole lay of the land of the defense, and I'm quite sure the game is going to be called differently. So we have to make adjustments, and we have made adjustments to how we're going to play a little bit, just until the dust settles, when come the beginning of the season and the new officiating changes.
Still extremely early, but are you pleased with what you're seeing so far in practice?
I am. I think I get 2 looks at it. I look at it live, and then I, take a few hours and kind of look at it at home. And, this team is working extremely hard. I actually canceled practice for today just because I thought they would want to look nice for the photos that everybody's going to see all year long. And we're going to swap days. So we'll pick Saturday up. And they didn't want to miss practice. They came up to me and they told me why did I cancel practice, and that's not something that you hear very often from, especially a young team. But they want to learn. They are a good cohesive group, and they want to get better each and every day. So I'm pretty pleased with that.
You mentioned changing some offensive sets around this season. What's that process been like?
It's been great. I think we've had the first 6 weeks of school to really put the new offense in. It's a continuity offense in which, everybody touches the basketball. We put it in because we feel like when we put our other sets in, our players will be able to better read defenses. It's an offense where you have to read defenses in order for you to be effective, and they've done well with it, extremely well with it.
Where did you get the ideas to kind of do that? Is it just from watching other
programs? Just watching other programs, and I talked to a couple of coaches about this particular offense that they've been running for years, and I was always hesitant to put this type of offense in because you have to be good passers. You really have to be, and we struggle with in that department. But this summer when we were able to work with our kids, throughout the summer, the only thing that we worked on were 3 things: ball handling, passing, and shooting. Those are no offenses, no defenses. We just put in a lot of skill work. And our players have really bought into it, and they're better passers, they're better shooters, they're better at handling the basketball. So I thought it was a perfect opportunity to kind of put this offense in.
That attitude you mentioned about working hard and not wanting to miss practice, is that typical of most of the teams you have, given the quality of players you bring in, or is that something that has to be kind of developed?
I don't know if I'm getting softer and the practices are a little easier, or they're actually loving trying to get better, and it's probably a little bit of both. I think when I see a team that's working as hard as this team is working, we don't have to work as long. So for us, we have been going for 3 hours, but I can see our staff just kind of talking about not wanting to just run them in a hole, and just shorter, just more quality rather than quantity. And this has been a good group to coach so far.
Point guard role. I mean, I know you haven't seen her in the game yet, but how have you liked her development over the past year and summer?
Khadijah's done a total 180. Last year when she came in, she actually couldn't even practice for a long period of time because she was recovering from a knee injury she had at Myrtle Beach. But she really understood. She sat back last year and kind of looked and saw some of the things Aisha was able to do from a leadership standpoint. And I think she knew, that was going to be a big hole for us to fill. And she got her mind right. She got her mind right in the postseason after last season, into the summer, and now into, us practicing. And I think her teammates see her that way as well because they chose her to be one of the tri-captains.